Definitely. Good afternoon, Gareth. It's been good news that's been brought to us this morning to know that the name Bafana Bafana has been rightfully returned to the owners of the name, which is the South African Football Association. And with me, I've got the SAFA Vice President, Danny Jordaan, to chat more about it. Dr. Jordaan, welcome to eNews, first of all. Great news for you guys. Can you just tell us what it means? It's been a long battle with Stanton Woodrush to get the Bafana name back to SAFA.
Certainly, we are delighted with the announcement this morning. You know that this dates back to 1992, when Bafana Bafana, after our admission to CAF, played its first international matches against Cameroon in Johannesburg, in Cape Town and Durban, and the Sowetan newspaper then referred to the team as Bafana Bafana. In 1993, when we wanted to register the name, Stix Morewa then discovered that the name was registered. He then went to the Transvaal division of the Supreme Court in 93. SAFA lost the case. He went then to the appellate division of the Supreme Court in Bloemfontein and lost the case again. And since then it was an ongoing tug of war around the matter of the class 25 specifically of the name Bafana Bafana, because that class gives us the possibility to exploit the commercial side, particularly the merchandising and licensing program. And so what has happened, that while Bafana Bafana, the team, was owned by us, if the jerseys are sold in other replica kits, the revenue was not directly beneficial to SAFA. We then, in 2009, took a decision that either we own the name exclusively and the rights to Class 25 specifically, or we find a new name. We then had an indication of a willingness to discuss this matter, and we had negotiations since April of last year when we discussed the matter. And finally, we had a settlement by which the Class 25 will now become the sole next 12 months, and that brings a close to this matter. Now SAFA owns all of the classes under the name Bafana Bafana, including Class 25.
Well, obviously you yourself and the President, Mr. Kirsten Nematendani, and Mr. Alpha Mkhunu, were tasked with actually looking at possibilities of a renaming. Was that ever, did it come into the conversations between yourselves and the rest of the committee?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, the committee was set up, and I was asked to lead the committee to look at both. That should we see that it was impossible through financial demands to own the name Bafana Bafana exclusively, then we should pursue the path of finding a new name. And we've already set in place processes and procedures to find that new name, and we wanted a full participation by the public in finding that name. And we had many suggestions already from the public. But when there was a willingness on the part of Stanton Woodrush to talk about the matter, we said, look, let us hear, and if we find there's a reasonable approach and we can settle the matter, let's settle the matter. And we are happy that we found that settlement, and the matter now is back, the Class 25, to its owners, SAFA.
Now, over the years, an amount of 33 million has been quoted in reports as to what Stanton Woodrush actually wanted for the name. How did you guys come to settle at 5 million?
Well, through negotiations, we indicated that we invested a lot of money as well. If I just look from the perspective of the World Cup, during the World Cup, we had a program of Football Friday, where we asked the people to do three things: to buy the Bafana shirt, wear the national scarf, sing the anthem, and every Friday you saw people coming out to wear the Bafana Bafana jersey. Now, the proceeds and the profits from there did not all accrue to SAFA. And we then said that we've invested a lot of money, over 100 million from the organizing committee. SAFA invested 70 million in the preparation of the team, and you saw almost 500,000 people gathering in Sandton just to greet the team, and all of them had Bafana jerseys. And you can see the possibilities for SAFA in owning exclusively this right of Bafana Bafana in Class 25 attached to the team owned by SAFA.
Dr. Jordaan, congratulations and thanks for joining us on eNews.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Gareth, there you have it. SAFA officially now own the name Bafana Bafana, having agreed on terms with Stanton Woodrush, which we know they've owned the name since 1993. And back in 2005, they had a joint venture with SAFA, and SAFA would own 50.1% of SLAM, which is the company that actually held the rights for Stanton Woodrush. But this morning, it has been announced that Bafana Bafana officially belongs to SAFA. Back to you, Gareth.